Good morning, Guardians. Briar Rabbit here. Tomorrow, the Wrath of the Machine Heroic Mode will be released to Destiny players at 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. This is a bit unusual because it's later in the day than raids are normally released, and the reason for this is that we are also getting a new game update tomorrow. The update will go live at 10 a.m. Pacific. This update 2.4.1 will increase the maximum light level in-game to 400. Strike Hordes, Nightfalls, Exotic Engrams, Trials of Osiris, Crucible, and Iron Banner will now provide rewards up to 400 light. Archon's Forge, the Heroic Siva Strike playlist, and Legendary Engrams will now provide rewards up to 385 light. Artifacts and Ghost Shells should also drop more commonly from faction packages and will now drop in Archon's Forge. This is great news because the extremely low drop rate on Ghost Shells has slowed my light level progression tremendously. The update dropping 4 hours before the raid also represents an opportunity for teams who will be attempting to get the world's first title in the Heroic Wrath of the Machine raid. It would appear that anybody who has been hoarding exotic engrams and skeleton keys will be able to download the update, then jump in and start getting rewarded with high light level gear from these items. I honestly would not be surprised to see some dedicated teams have light level 400 players going into the raid for the first time, which kinda stinks. In the past, players were under-leveled when entering raids on day one. It was part of what made them so difficult and why it was such an achievement to not only get world's first, but just to beat the raid in the first few days. You would jump in and get your butt handed to you, but slowly progress and hopefully level up a bit while you were in there if RNG decided to bless you. The way Rise of Iron has allowed Guardians to level up past recommended light levels for the Wrath of the Machine removes some of the difficulty and some of the excitement. For instance, we saw with normal mode, it was beaten in under 3 hours by the world's first team. And even my team, who finished in 90th place, finished it fairly quickly. Was the normal mode too easy, or were we all so over-leveled that dying wasn't a big concern? What I like about the Wrath of the Machine raid is that it feels dynamic and hectic. You aren't just standing on plates until something happens. You're running around, murdering the fallen, making shit happen. Part of what makes that fun is a sense of danger. If we are all over-leveled, that danger dissipates, and so does some of the fun. That being said, I am a total hypocrite and will be grinding engrams and skeleton keys like crazy today, because of course the Destiny Community Podcast team will be running the raid Moment 1 trying to get our names on that leaderboard. The team will be similar to the normal raid team we had last month of Tefty, Holtzman, and I, except Miss 5000 Watts will be subbing in for Destin Legeri. While Destin will certainly be missed, Watts will be an amazing addition to the team and will hopefully keep our focus on where it needs to be. The shaders we are rocking when we go in. Of course, each of us will be streaming on our personal Twitch channels, and I'm sure we will have a multi-stream setup as well, so you can watch us make those team wipes happen in real time. Now, releasing a major game update about 4 hours before the Heroic Wrath of the Machine raid is a little concerning to me. Now, most of the time, these updates go without a hitch, but every once in a while, there can be some real issues. So make sure you jump on the update as soon as you can. Start that download process immediately so that you can get it done with and be Wrath of the Machine raid ready as soon as possible. I'm really concerned about it. We've seen these things take much longer than Bungie expected them to take. I'll certainly be waiting by my PlayStation 4 for that update to start so that I can be one of the first to hit that download button. I am somewhat concerned about that. I do hope that it goes without a hitch. I hope that everybody can enter the heroic mode without any issues, without having to wait for downloads to complete or for failed updates, or God forbid you have to download the entire game because something went wrong. You know, not much you can do about that except wait and pray that it doesn't happen to you. So we'll see about that. I am really excited about some of the other things in that update. I'm glad that there are more ways for people to level up. I think that there were two basically stopping points for people. There was 350, where really people had a hard time getting past 350 and going into the Siva heroic strikes, and then 365 was another big one. Once you hit 365 through blue engrams, it really became an issue getting past 365 and leveling up to 370, 380, 385. It looks like those stopping points are going to be erased somewhat, so it should be easier to level up your characters no matter how you like to play, whether it's Crucible or in PvE. So I'm excited to see that stuff. I'm just a little concerned that there's going to be a lot of teams who jump into the heroic mode for the first time at 400 light, at the max light level. We've seen with raids past that these raids are much, much easier. Think King's Fall, how difficult it was when you were underleveled and how easy it was once you had hit max light level. So if there are teams attempting World's First at max light level, I would expect them to get it done very quickly and to once again see the complaint that this raid is too easy. I'm not so sure that this raid is actually too easy. I think that we've all just gone in there at a much higher light level than what Bungie designed the raids to be first attempted at. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I do have some really cool community creations that have been brought to my attention, so look forward to seeing those in future episodes. And of course, if you would like to see a story or creation covered on GMG, tweet me a link in description with the hashtag #GoodMorningGuardians. That's going to do it for today. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.